Well, I've been getting a lot of enjoyment out of all these tales about all the old instruments and how they all got started and all the children, everything like that. I came from a big family too. Of course, wasn't 23, but my daddy had a baseball team and I had one sister. So there's 9 boys and 1 girl in the family. And we used to love to listen to the Grand Ole Opry on Saturday night. And I can recall back before I ever got into the music business that we had the old battery radio. I didn't know what electricity was. You know, we burnt the old oil lamps and the old fireplaces. And I know our daddy wouldn't let us play the radio all week because he'd say, save that battery. You got to listen to the Grand Ole Opry on Saturday night. And I can recall back when, of course, Bill Monroe, my idol in bluegrass back in those days, I always wondered what he looked like. I always pictured him as being a little bitty short feller.
That was Jimmy Dickens.
Yeah. About the size of little Jim, but after I met him, I found out he was big, and I always enjoyed his part of the singing, you know, the bluegrass. I loved it, and of course, Flatt and Scruggs, the Stanley Brothers, and Reno and Smiley, and I always enjoyed their singing, and I always wondered what it'd be like to get to play music or ever get out and pick and sing, you know, and so I would listen to that, you know, and then I decided I wanted to learn how to play music, you know, and so me and my brother Ray, I told him one day, I said, we got to do something. He said, we can't play if we don't have any instruments. I said, well, we'll get some way or another. So I plowed a fella's garden one day, got $3 for plowing his garden. And this fella was a railroad conductor. He worked for the N&W Railroad Company. And he lived right out of Bluefield, West Virginia. So, and when I went in, I spotted the neck of this old banjo. It was an old banjo, you know, like String Bean and Uncle Dave Macon used to play. And I seen it sitting over behind this old battery radio, just seen the neck of it sticking up. So I asked him, I said, what kind of instrument is that over there? Oh, he said, that's an old banjo. Had to look at what you used to call the old cat hide, the possum hide, some kind of hide on it, you know. And I asked him, I said, what would you take for the banjo? He said, I'd have to have $10. I said, well, that's $7 more than I've got. He'd paid me $3 for plowing his garden. I'd worked about all day plowing his garden with a team of mules and dressed it all down. So I got ready to leave. He said, you got any good chickens? I said, oh, we got plenty of chickens. He said, are they laying hens? I said, yeah, Dominicans, Rolina Reds. Oh, he said, if it don't lay, he said, I can kill them and make dumplings out of them. So I said, well, how many chickens would you have to have for the banjo? He said, I'd have to have 5. So I went home, and my daddy worked in the mines, and so he'd done gone to bed because he had to get up and go to work about 5:30 in the morning. So I went in, I woke my daddy up and told him that I'd found the banjo. Well, my daddy played old-time banjo, drop thumb, and my grandfather both. And he said, well, go in and get that carbide light and go up and catch you some chickens and get out there and let me go to sleep. I got to go to work in the morning. So I was afraid he'd back out on me, so I didn't want to wait till the next morning. So I went up to the feed house and I got me a feed sack for dairy feed company where you feed cows and stuff. I went to the chicken house about 10 o'clock that night, and boy, I went to jerking chickens off the roost pole. Stick them down in that sack. And up the river I had to walk. It was about 2 miles back to this old fellow's house. So them chickens was squalling every breath. Walk, walk, walk. I said, you'll not walk, I'm going to carry you. So I got up there, and boy, I made a mistake. I'd got a rooster. I said, Lord have mercy, he'll back out on me sure as well if he knew he wanted 5 hens.
Yeah.
So I'd made a mistake and got a Dominica rooster. So I didn't tell him I got the rooster. I said, Mr. Helmadollar, I said, what do you want me to do with these chickens? He said, well, let's go out there and raise that wash tub, stick them under that, and stick a little stick of rock so they won't smother to death. So that's how Ray got his first banjo. I traded 4 hens and a rooster for it.